Go ahead and hit the logo for us for a little bit.
Yeah, let that rock, build some interest. You know what I mean? Let people know we're in the building.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I stalled just long enough to let our fourth host join us. But now that he's here, the second he arrived.
Perfect timing.
Sorry about that, fellas. I have to take out the dog, so.
Nice. How's everybody doing? How was that show, man? What a show.
It was a hell of a show, man. AEW puts on great pay-per-views, man. That's no question.
That's one thing for sure. That the weeklies get a little shaky sometimes, but
super shaky.
But we're here, man. We're here. Let's talk about that main event first, because we're just coming off that show. No devil.
I was surprised about that. I was waiting for that. But it gives us something to tune in Wednesday for, though.
For sure. I thought they would at least tease him, though. They left him nothing.
Mm-hmm. Nothing. I thought we'd get a little devil. Just a little bit of devil.
Just a little devil.
I think it's good a little bit, just because, they're still continuing that story. They're not really rushing this story. And I'm not afraid to admit it, as a big AEW fan, they rush stories.
Oh,
sometimes. And they're really, really slowing this up. And man, that really continues what the hell's going to happen in the next few weeks with potentially MJF's last match in AEW next month. So
I just think, okay, you go ahead.
I was gonna. So he didn't resign yet?
Well, supposedly no, but I really feel like, I feel like he did, but supposedly no. It's officially as of yet no.
I would love to see MJF in WWE, to be completely honest.
That whole main event could have main evented SummerSlam.
He's one of the best storytellers in wrestling in that ring. I was thinking about this earlier, like the brochacho stuff, the bromance between him and Adam Cole. I'm not a big fan of. It's kind of corny a bit, you know what I mean? But only somebody like MJF could get over a freaking double clothesline and make people fall in love with that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Kangaroo kick. I thought that was interesting. Though. It's kind of wild to watch a show where Hangman and Swerve happen, and then the main event is a dude doing the freaking kangaroo kick.
Right.
You know, like that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Some people aren't a fan of that. Some people don't like the inconsistency, if that's how they see it. How do you guys agree with that, or? I
do, and that's probably one of my biggest gripes with AEW. Sometimes you tune in to like a weekly show, and it's like, oh, this is great, this is really good. But then sometimes, like, what is happening here? Why is this guy even fighting this guy? What's going on? It's kind of mid. But yeah, it just gets kind of inconsistent at times. I totally agree.
I actually like the variety. I think there's something on that show for everybody. 100%. I think the main event wasn't my cup of tea, but I can't objectively be like, man, that was bad, because that audience ate that up.
Every
and
bit
so
of
many
it.
people like that. And that was after Swerve and Hangman. Like, Swerve and Hangman could have ruined the show just by being so good. Like the rest of the show.
That was my thing. I actually wrote that in my notes. I wrote that in my notes tonight, man. It's that main that Swerve and Hangman, I feel like should have opened the show, because anything behind it could have been like, I did not give a damn about that tag match after Swerve and him. But MJF but MJF, they brought it back. Like they brought it back. They actually equaled up to that match, because at that time that hardcore match was the shit. Can I curse? Can I curse?
Actually, no, you brought up a good point, because I was trying to figure out, like, I was like, okay, well, that was like the best match of the show for me, but I can't say like it should have been the main event, because Swerve and Hangman aren't on the top of the card right now. They're they're right under it, but they're not the top of the card, so it wouldn't have made sense.
Right.
But opening the show makes perfect sense, because that was some heavy hitting shit.
Right.
That was a fucking wild match, bro. I haven't seen shit like that in a long time, or ever. I don't know if I've ever seen a match that crazy.
We might as well. I guess let's finish this MJF talk so we can get to the stuff we really want to talk about. No, but how do you think Jay White looks after this? That it worse off, better off? How's he looking?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
I'm just showing that we all need to take time to think about this. We'll be back tomorrow.
I think a lot of it's going to depend on what you think about Jay White already. Like, if you're not hot on him now, you're not going to be hot on him after that match, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Okay. He's one of those take it or leave it guys. He's very polarizing, in my opinion.
I enjoy his work, man. I think that I think this storyline with MJF, it could have been worse with a wrestler of a lower caliber in Jay White's place in the story.
Here's my one problem. My one problem with Jay White, he talks too fucking long on the mic. I need him to shut the fuck up after about
get to the point.
2 sentences. Like,
wrap that shit
up. He
goes
on and on and on. And maybe it's his voice, the tone. I don't know, but like he talks too much.
It's the accent. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know. I fuck with people with New Zealand accent. Taiki Waikiki, all those people.
Oh, God. We just lost the Taiki Waititi audience. There it goes.
Yeah, they're out. You don't fuck with New Zealand?
I mean, in Jay White's defense, Richard, like New Japan, you cut the promos, and they don't give you that certain time. Like, okay, you got a 5-minute rule. That's it. That doesn't happen to New Japan, so maybe that's where he's perhaps used to, cutting those long promos. But
True.
The thing that I love about Jay White when he does cut a promo, I mean, yeah, sure, it might be a little long digested to some people, and that's fine. My personal opinion, when Jay White talks on the mic, he's fucking good. Like really, really good. He tells a story behind it. So, but I see what you need.
I think I enjoyed his promos in New Japan after the post show stuff that he would do.
Hilarious.
In the backstage. Those things were incredible, and I want more of that. Yeah. I want more of that Jay White doing AEW stuff when he grabs the mic, but that's what I meant by saying, like, this storyline with somebody else in Jay White's place, this storyline could have really failed. But
it could have been
Jay
worse.
White was given a little bit of trash to work with, but he made it work because he's so good. I think that if they had given him something more in his own ballpark rather than this like cinema, as the kids like to call it, then he would have shined a little better. This is his first shot. This is his first shot in that spot. And I think a lot of people are getting their first taste of Jay White here. And like Richard was saying, that's how they're going to come away from it. I think there's a lot more Jay White left under the surface of that people really are going to enjoy if they get a chance to see it. So I hope that this isn't the end of Jay White in the main event. Like I hope, because I know they have they got a little habit of doing a story with a guy, and then he gets hot, and then the story's hot, and then after that, it's like, okay, you've been removed from the slot, and it's the next guy's turn, and that cools off the dude that was just hot,
right?
100%.
So Jay White is not a guy I want to see that happen to, for sure.
I mean, he held his own in that match. It's not like he was a slouch in that match. He did his damn thing. Like, I want to see more of him. My question is, where does he go from here, though? Like,
for sure,
where do you go after a title match? You know what I'm saying? At Full Gear, are you going back mid card? Are you going back to just Collision on Saturday nights? What's up? You know, don't cool him off. Is what I'm saying.
So I mean, shit. I guess that's pretty much it for the Jay White stuff. But the big thing, I guess, coming out of this again, who's the devil?
Who is the damn devil?
Who's the damn devil?
That's what I was waiting for.
Who's the damn devil?
I thought Adam Cole was gonna like take the crutch and hit him or something, and or some shit like that, but nothing.
I will say Adam Cole had me nervous with the whole fucking chunking the towel in.
Yeah.
Moment. I was like, bro, this would be a good reason for him to turn. But I was like, don't do it. Let the match happen. Please don't throw the shirt in. This isn't boxing anyway. Like, what are you doing?
No, for sure. I did like the call back to the old Cody MJF match. I thought that was cool, but it did get me
storytelling, man. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of the storytelling, I noticed that Adam Cole was at 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 different points in this match, in this whole thing, from the time he thought he was going to wrestle to the time the match was over, where Adam Cole actively, I thought, tried to screw MJF out of the title.
So did I. I mean, that started with the
That's
ROH.
how I saw it. Yeah.
Like that to me, man, when I saw the ROH title into Jay White's hands, I'm thinking, oh, fuck, this is really going to happen, is it?
And that's the stuff I like.
He's such a douche. Like, Adam Cole is a career asshole. Like, Adam Cole has been an asshole for his entire career. There's not many points in his career where he was like a likable babyface.
His whole thing is turning on people.
Like, I think even volunteering to be in the match was an attempt to get MJF's title away from him. Like, seriously.
Heel Cole is just so much better than face Cole, in my opinion. Anyway, heel Cole is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. He didn't attack Jay White. As a matter of fact, he gave Jay White the opportunity, the upper hand, like on 3 separate occasions.
Right.
This guy, if he's not the devil, he's a devil. You shouldn't trust him anyway. So, I mean, I didn't get to see the 0 Hour myself. How?
I didn't watch it either. This is the one time I didn't watch it.
I did watch the Buddy Matthews and I keep wanting to call him Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli match.
I bet that was pretty good, actually.
Incredible match. It was fire.
Yeah.
It was fire. Buddy Matthews was like one of my favorite, most underutilized talents in WWE. So I was happy when he went to AEW and got to actually shine and do his thing in the ring. Because him and Cedric Alexander has some fucking classics, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we get to see more of that on a regular occasion. You know what I mean?
I thought it was random though. I thought like, I was like, oh crap! Like, they got on the 0 Hour like 3 minutes before starting.
I think it was a situation where like everybody else in what's their stable? House of Black. Everybody else in House of Black has a match tonight. Let me
gotta get them
let me work, bro.
Somebody noticed on Saturday. They were looking through the card like, oh shit, what's Buddy supposed to do here?
Right.
We gotta get him a match, guys. What are we gonna do?
You busy? You busy Saturday, Claudio?
That's the great thing about Buddy, though. Like, we're gonna try to figure out what he's gonna do last minute, and then he's gonna go out there and he's gonna put 15 minutes of heat on. And
fire match, bro.
Right.
That's a reliable wrestler.
This is kind of random, but you know who I'd like to see in a nice long rivalry? They had one match, but Buddy Matthews and Pac, I think they just match up so good. When they finally had a match, it was a dream match for me personally. I don't know why. I really want those two in a long-term program of some sort. Damn it, that'd be awesome.
I like to see Buddy in any program.
Anything really. Yeah, give him any feud.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the closest thing he had to a feud was like the mini thing they did with Andrade, right? Over the mask.
Yeah.
That was the most. Yeah.
And you can't even call it like a feud. It lasted like 2.5 minutes. And they did the ladder match, and it just died.
Yeah.
It died away.
Hell of a match, though. Hell of a
it was
match.
a great match. That's again about Buddy. That's what he's gonna do. There's one thing about Buddy freaking Murphy, Buddy Matthews. He's gonna go out there and he's gonna make the best of his position on the card, even though it's never the position that he probably deserves to be in.
For sure.
Where would y'all? I mean, but that being said, where would you even slot him if you were the booker? Like, where would you guys slot him right now, other than that position?
Right.
Well, to be completely honest with you, like, because the way AEW, well, my take on AEW is they'll kind of put anybody in that position as far as the top guy, get a title match or whatever. Why not let Buddy Matthews get a run? You know what I mean? Like, why not let him do what Jay White just did? Just to get him the look. You know what I mean? He may not win, but let him get that match. Let him get that look so everybody can see, holy shit, this guy is legit. You know, I missed 0 hour, but he's in the main event. They're gonna see that shit.
I think Buddy would have a good intercontinental. Shit? I almost forgot. He would have a good international belt run. Yeah, I think he'd be a good guy for it. It'd be a good spot.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy. Shit. We were talking about the 0 hour. Let's talk about the show opener. Sting, Edge, Darby against the Patriarchy.
That entrance was incredible.
It's crazy.
That entrance was fire.
Crazy.
I mean, Christian was definitely a dad with all those children. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, I was thinking these are all his orphan children singing for him. That's what I was thinking.
That was good. One of my favorite things, though, easily has to be like the post match where Darby's hyping up the crowd for Sting's last match in Cali.
Love that.
As a big Sting fan, since '96, so almost 20 fucking years, man. It was a really cool thing to see. You know, like when that happens with Sting finally calling it a heyday, you know, in the ring on Revolution next year, it's gonna be sad, man. But you know what? Just enjoy these moments that we can have with Sting much as we can.
I feel that.
Amen to that.
I think they should have marketed it as his last match in Los Angeles a lot longer than they did, because it was like they were talking about that yesterday. You know, that's a big deal, though. I think it's implied that everywhere he goes is his last match, but wrestling and its fans don't need implications.
You need to say that shit.
Yeah.
They need that shoved down your throat. I mean, one thing about WWE that some people hate, but I think it really is necessary on television, is that they will drive that point home. You will know what they want you to know when they want you to know it. Yeah. And if you didn't know when they told you, they will tell you again. and AEW is like, figure it out. You're smart enough. You're a grown-ass man.
AEW is their friend. They're like, hey, last minute, I need you to come somewhere with me tomorrow. I'm like, wait, you got to give me a heads up on this, bro.
Then that's why
my house doing that.
But then that's why you see a lot of the fans, they'll like start fighting back with you, like, what do you mean? It's right there in front of your face. How come you didn't see the story? And it's like, I know. And it's like, I know, I understand what you're saying, but you can see why they probably should. You wouldn't even be having this conversation if they had driven the point home a little harder.
Right.
But yeah, cool opening match. Sting, Edge, and Darby doing the face paint gimmick with anybody they have a trios match with.
Love it.
My favorite damn Sting trope right now. I need that and the Sting balcony dive, which we don't need as much, but the face paint, damn it, give me that every time.
Bro, I will say one thing about that match. It was just disgusting. When Luchasaurus choke slammed Darby on the fucking apron.
Man.
Oh
God, jeez, yeah, man.
Oh my God, that was the craziest spot in that match.
Yeah.
Why is that man putting himself through this shit?
Every Darby match has at least one of those moments for me where I'm like, come on, bro, what are you doing?
Why do that?
It's not a Darby. For real, it's not a Darby pay-per-view match if he doesn't at least half die one time.
To death, at least once.
Right.
Were you gonna say something, Gary?
Yeah, I was gonna say to Danny, like, legit, I call Darby the Evil Knievel of AEW.
It really is. It really is.
He's a crazy motherfucker, man.
That's a gimme because he might. literally be evil reincarnated. Like, there's no other explanation for half the things.
Yo, didn't he
that
like
he
break his
does.
collarbone at Nitro Circus like 2-3 weeks ago or some shit like that?
I'm pretty sure he's wrestling with a broken collarbone right now.
Yeah,
He's like, he wrote his own doctor's note.
This man is
Just gave it to Tony Khan.
He cleared himself.
Crayon.
And Tony accepted it. He's a fucking nut. He was like, yeah, hell yeah. You're good to go, brother. Brian gave me the same one. Y'all must have the same doctor.
Right? How the fuck are you in a tournament, Brian?
He got his eyeball in his hand.
Makes no sense. I will say from that match though, Sting. One thing I noticed, and I made a note about, Sting was being stiff as fuck with Nick Wayne. Like,
They was trying to smarten him up a little bit,
bro.
The thing with Nick Wayne, dude, I think he's so used to those stiff shots because he was in GCW, so I don't think he cares. And dude, what an experience for Nick Wayne being around all those legends.
The luckiest kid on earth.
Oh, yeah.
Luckiest kid on earth.
Oh yeah.
He had on the Edge pants, right? Was that bugging or was that like old school Edge gear? It looked like Edge gear. I did. I was like, okay. It might not have been, but but just the way it was set up, that's how I saw it. But you're right. He was getting his ass beaten there. They like to beat the shit out of young boy. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Toughen them up real quick. Smarten them up.
Yeah. I dig it though. I mean, it's wrestling, right? I mean, I know some people are like, but they should respect him and all that. Like, nah, man, beat his ass a little bit. He gotta learn. Damn it.
I think that's one of the reasons, John, why I love AEW so much is because,
kill the young boys.
Not only that, man, but it kind of reminds me of ECW where, you got to take these bumps, you got to take these banana, like fucking crazy spots. And guess what? You're going to earn a lot from your peers, and like earn that respect from your peers, such as Tony, or if WWE is going to be interested in you for the shit that you do for another company, they see that as, you're showing so many great promoters out there. Like, damn, I want to sign this talent. So that's the feeling that I get with some of these crazy moves that they do in AEW.
I noticed some people in the comments talking about the scrum. As we get information about the scrum, I'll bring it up. I'll drop a little text thing in there, and you'll see. We can all know what we're talking about. But that was a great opening match. Edge finally getting his hands on Christian, so it's not going to be the end of that. We'll see more Edge and Christian. What y'all think about this Edge and Christian thing? See, people are mad about it because Edge came in and immediately worked with Christian, and the guy that he's worked with before. Do y'all agree with that?
I feel like that was the elephant in the room anyway. It's like, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Let me go ahead and get this shit with Christian out of the way. Then I can go for Kenny Omega. Then I can go for Adam Cole or MJF or whoever.
Yeah,
because everybody knew it was going to come eventually. Everybody knew Edge and Christian were going to have to run into each other.
I agree with that. I do like that they got it out the way, but that doesn't mean I don't want to see it. But, like the thing that
I think it's good. They changed it a little bit, just a little bit, to get people, salivating for it.
They set up the one-on-one match perfectly.
They don't even got to do it now. They could come back to that later on. I think Edge,
a year from now,
getting split from that story right now and be good to come back to the Christian thing later on.
I think so.
Yeah. Patriarchy, though, that name is interesting. the person to take down the patriarchy needs to turn that into a thing. I can't do it. I can't do it, but the pieces are there.
Somebody can do it. Somebody can do it. Oh yeah, I just want to say real quick too. I love to see Ric Flair in there just hanging out, doing his thing, and I'm glad they didn't do too much with him. But you got to know deep down inside, he just loves to be back doing anything. For sure.
For sure. But Christian,
I was happy for that.
Had me like, I was in tears laughing at that. Like, you poke this 92-year-old man in the eye and a low blow him, and then he gave him a little wedgie with the low blow too. Yo, this is the evilest man on the planet.
Listen, if you're gonna bring Ric Flair out there, then beating him up and bullying him for 3 minutes is the way to do it.
Treat him like you treat everybody else, damn it.
But I mean,
Definitely.
shit, he should be in the Mae Young spot. If he wants to take the bumps, if Ric Flair wants to take the bumps so bad, let him take the bumps. Beat the shit out of him.
That is crazy.
And I mean, I don't mean like take advantage of Ric Flair, but like if he wants to take the bumps, then use him for sympathy. Beat the shit out of him. He's an old man that wants to take bumps. Kill the old man.
Yeah, kill him when you can. He'll blade and everything for you. Just you don't have to ask him.
Immediately. Golly, Ric Flair versus Mox would be a fucking bloodbath.
Oh my
God. That's a good point Mike Sandra brings up. People talk about the believability of Rio, but a Flair mummy chops.
Not a mummy chop, bro.
Damn.
Hey, I wooed right along with the crowd, damn it.
Oh, yeah.
I still believe.
Have to.
Still real to me, damn it.
I'm all unprepared. I don't even know what the next match was.
Oh shit, I got you. What was it?
I thought opening match was it Cassidy Mox?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, was that match number 2? Damn.
Was it? I think so.
Oh yeah, but in between that, we had the whole drama with MJF not being able to fight, and they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna give the belt to Jay White," and then Adam Cole stepped up, and I thought that was really stupid. I was like, "Hey, that's not how it works.
Like,
if a person can't
did not
fight,
help him get his ass whooped just 5 minutes ago."
He said,
you don't give him the belt. That's stupid.
He said, "Damn it! If you could have wrestled all this time, why wouldn't you help me with this tag?"
Right.
No, but I guess the idea is that he somehow forced this. That I think there's like a missing chapter there, like a missing thing. He really should have showed a piece of Adam Cole being violent and trying to kill somebody to get in this match. Because how did he get in? He shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't have been allowed. So
he should dye his beard too. He was looking like a sickly old man out there. Too. I hate to say it. I know, look, everybody ages, but I'm just saying for Adam Cole specifically,
the power of friendship. The power of friendship. That's what it was. The AEW, what is it? The AEW International Championship match.
Oh, yeah.
Orange Cassidy
International 7-Eleven West Coast Championship,
Intercontinental Championship, damn it.
Man who lost his name.
Before we talk about the Mox match, let's talk about the Continental Classic. Let's talk about the entries. We got a couple entries revealed tonight. We got Eddie Kingston. We got rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Mark Briscoe and Andrade, who was added yesterday on Collision, in addition to Bryan Danielson. So far, that's a stacked. That's looking really nice.
That's pretty fire.
Yeah,
That's fire.
They usually in their tournaments, put some. I only ever question 1 or 2 participants in most of their tournaments. Usually they got some match. I'm like, oh shit, I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
you know, most of the time.
I said it before. I'm waiting for it. Like it's gonna be he Tony Nese. Damn it!
Yes.
Damn it! God damn it!
Ryan Manick.
Oh, the Tony Nese slander.
I'm not. Listen, Tony Nese is a great wrestler. Okay, he is a great wrestler. I think if you need a fall guy in the A1, the E1, I'm not calling it the Continental Classic. I'm sorry. That's his mouthful.
Round robin.
It's the A1. It's the A1. If you need a fall guy in the A1, Tony Nese is probably one of the better fall guys to have in there. But I didn't want to do the whole who do you guys want to see in the thing, because it's like obvious, who do you want to see? Kenny Omega, all the top. I want to see all the top guys in this tournament, but it's probably not possible because then where the rest of the storyline is going to be at. So I'm trying to keep realistic expectations.
Roddy Strong, if I could put him in there.
Definitely put people like Roddy Strong in there.
Maybe Keith Lee. I need more Keith Lee.
So what the fuck's been up? They ain't had nothing for him or what? What's up with that?
Bro.
Swerve said to trust the process, but I was like, but y'all not doing it. You're gonna trust the process. You're gonna trust the process. How good is that working out for you, brother? I get it. But Keith Lee is riding somewhere. Maybe that's the story. That's what they want to say. That's what they want to come back to in 2 years. Keith Lee is playing a homeless character. He's
let the gray come back.
I lost my job. I just want one shot. Give me the Creed 3.
One match.
Oh man.
Mr. Tony.
Blindside gimmick.
Mox and Orange Cassidy.
Just put me in the coach.
Mox and Orange Cassidy had a freaking I love that match, but mostly because I was really excited for Orange Cassidy to win, and I didn't think that he would, because it felt like they were just gonna correct the course back to what it was supposed to be, which Moxley with the title.
I watched I think it was Dynamite the other day, and Orange Cassidy cut a promo. Was like, I won the title, I got it, but I didn't beat you for it. I don't feel like I own it until I beat you. I did like that he won, because it feels like the story's finished. You know, it completed the story. He finished his story. Cody voice.
Yeah, absolutely right about that. I was gonna say the same thing. It was almost an accidental arc that they fell upon, and I didn't want to see them waste it. So I was really worried that Moxley was about to win here, because that was the natural order of things. But I was like, but you got this cool thing with Orange Cassidy. Like, look how far that character has come. That might, like, character development in wrestling is not a thing that you get a lot of times. I mean, you can just go back and be like, oh, that guy used to look young and he had a different gimmick back then, but now he's got a good gimmick. But I'm talking about like a one gimmick character development is, you don't get that a lot. You got that with like people like Roman. Roman had that, and then like on the opposite side of the spectrum, Orange Cassidy had some of the best character development in professional wrestling. It's amazing.
That's the thing about Orange, man, is like he's his own thing. You know, he's the dude without a catchphrase for a reason. Like, he's just absolutely fucking gold, in my opinion. Like, sure, people may look at it as like, well, he's dull. In my opinion, after his match against Will Ospreay from Forbidden Door a year ago, this is a whole new life for Orange, and I'm so happy for it. That's why I'm glad that he won against Moxley. You want to talk about the next opponent that could be possibly be for Orange? We're just talking about him. Jay White. Like, why not give me Jay White and Orange for that title?
That's a great program, actually.
I like that.
Makes sense.
I would love to see Bullet Club and their antics mixed up with Orange Cassidy, you know. But this Orange Cassidy is not the same Orange Cassidy that used to deal with the bullshit. This Orange Cassidy seems aggressive, and it might have just been because of Moxley. He might have just been specifically angry at Moxley, and then he can fall back into the sloth. That could
be part of the story. Like, Moxley woke him up, turned him into something else. You know,
I'd like to see that. That's what I prefer to see, because it continues the development. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, great stuff there. Then we had Tony Storm defeating Hikaru Shida to become the new AEW Women's Champion.
Tony Storm.
I love Tony Storm. I love Tony Storm, but Shida lost that title way too quick. Like, what are they doing with that title?
Yeah, she loses it pretty fast, pretty often, it seems.
When they put this when they started this story, excuse me, between Tony and Shida, I said already, it's way too soon to be doing Tony Storm in the title program.
I agree.
Because she has to win. Because like she's over as fuck. Yeah. She can't be in the title program and lose. Although I seen the idea that maybe she should have lost and went further into the madness. But I don't know that character needs to keep on getting crazier. I think we're at a good place with Tony Storm.
Nah, she can't get much crazier.
Pulling oranges out of her ass is like, we've already hit a good crazy point. The frying pan in the ass, though. I would say that was nice. Unique.
It kept falling out, but she held it down.
Yeah,
and the fact her face where she's trying to fucking adjust it in her drawers, like she played her character really well during that.
She did so good with that new gimmick.
I like that new gimmick.
I'm loving it. I think it's the best work she's done in her career, and I don't mean that like wrestling wise. I mean like as the total package wise, because she in Stardom she was a great fucking wrestler, you know. And I used to joke around, and this might be true. Don't kill me, gentlemen. But I used to laugh and say Tony Storm's gimmick was, I have a fat ass, because that used to be her fucking gimmick. Her finisher was her ass and everything, and she didn't have anything else.
She does.
You know what her gimmick was after that? My mom was into like 80s metal and stuff, so now I like rock music. And
in the WWE, they tried to give her something.
Gimmick.
It was But this right here, this is so much more than what she's done so far. Like this is a world champion gimmick. That's why I was like, damn, I don't want to see Sheeta and Tony Storm in this match right now.
Yeah.
That's
go ahead, Jan.
No. You think? So I was about to go off a whole different tangent. So I
was going to tell you, fellas, this is one thing that I love about AEW is, if there is a gimmick idea like Orange or Tony in this sense, they're going to mention it to TK, and TK is either they're going to give you yes, no, but I'm going to give you the yes because maybe it will connect the audience. And to me, this is really, really connected. Like said, so she decided to go this route. So kudos to Tony for it. So
let's see where it goes from here, though. The thing about pro wrestling all over the place is that a lot of times the lead up to the championship and then the win is the peak. Everything after that is like, damn it.
Yep. So what you do with it after you get it, that counts a lot.
So it's promising though. They got this Mariah May thing started up already. Like we already started up a new thing before this Sheeta thing ended. So they've got a vehicle moving. All right, at least something promising going on there.
Old stalker angle.
But after that, we had the damn ladder match. Insanity.
Ooh,
what was that about? Like, man, god damn.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Brody King spot.
Oh man.
What do you even say about some of the things they were doing? Like,
for one, okay, this is one of my issues with AEW. You don't have to be that violent. Like
I like it.
I don't wanna wonder is he dead? I don't want to wonder that shit. Like that takes away from my viewing experience because I'm legit concerned now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely feel that because I get that feeling sometimes when Sting is on top of the thing. I'm scared for my life.
Sting, you're too old for that, bro.
Yeah. I'm scared. This is ruining the enjoyment for me. I'm scared he's gonna die. I think part of I'm a huge freaking hardcore, like a big budget hardcore match. Mark, like I love big budget plunder matches. When they got a lot of money, they do a lot of crazy shit. But when you're in the indies and you try to do all the crazy shit, it's scarier because you're like, they ain't got money and that ladder looks really flimsy. But I'm usually more comfortable. I'm usually more comfortable watching the crazy shit on a big budget television show because I'm like, all right, there's most of this stuff is gimmicked or it's designed to break a fall. But these ladders, though. These ladders, I don't know about these ladders. They seem like they came from Sears. Like, I don't.
You know how they say wrestling is like ballet. You have never seen a single ballet with ladders involved. They just don't work that well with ballet. Right. That's just what it is.
It was just insanity. Cash Wheeler, like the unexpected. Almost MVP of the match, doing this all this out of pocket shit that Cash Wheeler shouldn't be doing.
That power driver from the ropes to the bro. I'm like, holy shit, bro. That was
I can't believe we've never seen that before. Like that.
Probably for good reason.
Let's just find a new way to kill my opponent tonight. Do they practice that? Do they practice that shit before they go live with it, or they just wing it?
I think they do rehearsals and whatnot.
I hope so. Certain moves.
I think there's got to be certain amount of rehearsal that goes into these heavy spot matches because holy shit, at particularly that damn pile driver. So Brody picks up Jalisco and he hits him with the Brody bomb. I forgot what he calls it. But it's the Fire Thunder Driver and Jalisco, like the luchador that he is, he just stands right the fuck up, like he didn't almost die.
Don't sell shit.
I was like, damn. That's a luchador right there, pure M through and through.
Gonzo bomb.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Danny, these are veterans that's trained that has been training for years for this stuff, and it's not like it's sorry, Dante Martin, but when you see you know what I'm talking about at ROH right here.
God damn.
Shots fired.
That was
there you go, man.
I don't know that even a pro though, to Dante's credit, I don't know that even a pro would have made, because it looked like some freak, just a thing that happens. Just like, I don't know what you could have done differently other than to just not do the spot. Get down from there. Other than to get down from there. I don't know what else.
Too much shit to get over was the problem. You got way too much shit to clear. Some limbs might get caught up. That's how it works. Terrible, man.
But as far as, like I said, the violence that I said, that they are trained. I get it. They practice this stuff, and I get it. But okay. Not to fast forward too far, I'm not going to go too far into that match, but the Hangman and Swerve match, that worked for that match, because it's like, all right, we got to fucking end this now. We're at a point, one of us got to die now. So that made sense for that match for me. Every time I watch AEW, it seems like I see something super unnecessarily violent that I feel like, all right, that should have been for a pay-per-view, not a Saturday Night Collision.
I think that's what makes the AEW show different from the WWE show, though. I think that's why I prefer sometimes
for sure.
Because, and I get that, because it's a valid point. That's a very valid point. Sometimes they give a lot away on free television,
right?
Which is scary.
But, okay, again, the Swerve. It made sense for that Swerve Hangman match, but you also had a match like Jay White and MJF that didn't need that shit. And was incredible. So it's possible to have a great match without it. Is what I'm saying. That's my thing about AEW. I feel like they overuse it too much. They use that super violent shit way too much. Make it special again. You know what I mean? Or bring the hardcore title back. That one.
As long as it doesn't have
48 other belts over there.
I like the spontaneousness of the hardcore matches. I hate when you can see when it has to happen. Yeah, kind of like when they used to do like the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Like I used to hate that because I hated knowing it was coming. Yeah, that's why I would be against like a hardcore title match, because I'm like, oh, this guy's got to die every single week now. But after that, we had the triple threat match for the TBS Championship. Julia Hart, the new TBS champion. I gotta say, man, I didn't think they'd do it.
Didn't see it coming.
That is a good champion. He's a great wrestler.
Good match too. Good. What do y'all think about Sky Blue's new full gimmick change? New music, fucking wearing a crown.
I did like the slow build to it. I did like that slow build.
It wasn't overnight. But what was the Scooby Doo thing about? I still don't.
She just paid a lot of money for that gear, and she's like, "I'm wearing this. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Like this costs like $3,000. I'm wearing this shit.
Nobody's gonna see me in this shit today."
And I think I'm pretty sure because it's Warner Brothers, they let her go a little extra with the logo stuff. You know, sometimes you gotta hide it by changing things up. But she was straight up a mystery machine.
She'll be in the background.
They were trying to change her gimmick 4 weeks ago, actually, but she really wanted to wear this gear, so we pushed it off to the pay-per-view.
Paid too much money for this.
You know what? Fuck it.
They gotta see this
just for the night. Just fuck it. Wear it.
No, I like the change. Like I said, I like character development, so I like to see that. I thought maybe it's a little too. I feel like all the young pixie wrestler girls all transform into the same dark character. Like it's like Alexa Bliss, it's like Julia, it's like Sky Blue now, and I was like, okay, Mike. I mean, I guess this is like a wrestling trope. Then was just accepted as like a wrestling trope.
If you
come in as a bright pixie girl, I will expect you in at least 2 or 3 years to become gothic for whatever reason. It's just, you know what? Actually, I get it. It's a realistic gimmick. If you come into wrestling as a bright, starry-eyed cheerleader girl, within 3 years, you are going to be depressed beyond belief. You're just disillusioned and dressing in all dark and gothic. I get it. I get it.
State cheerleading champ is only gonna get you so far. Yeah, she had to do something different. You can only ride that gimmick so far. I thought that varsity that shit was a bad gimmick too. I thought all that was bad.
I didn't watch. I was rooting for them. I thought that I thought better people could have more. Now I don't want to say better wrestlers could have made it work, but maybe that is what I want to say. I don't know.
That might be what it is.
Maybe what it is. I know that I was rooting for them and I was rooting for Julia. So to see Julia go from that and to break out from that, break away from it, and then become like a thing is great. Like I love it. I love to see that. That's cool. Again, for my personal preference, I like wrestling matches. So I'm like, this character stuff with Julia and Sky, they're not like as technical as other women are. So this is not my bag, but it's working. So I can't be like, this sucks. It's fucking over. Like people like it. It's over. It works. She's champion now. I want to see what else we do with it though, because
I have no idea where they're gonna go with her title reign from here, but I already know who should take her belt.
Who's that?
A returning Jamie Hayter.
Oh shit!
Love.
I think Jamie Hayter needs to be. I think she needs to be back in the world title contention though. Like if she comes back, I would hate to see her fall back down. Like
so good.
I kind of have that thought, John, with Statlander now. Like, now what are they going to do with Stat? Because
you move her up, if you ask me.
Maybe she's next to Tony. Maybe she's next to Tony Storm.
That's just it, man. I mean, I'm going to be completely biased here. I mean, Statlander is my favorite in all of wrestling, and she's really good. I'm hoping this is her way of going to, that women's world title spot. Like, it's going to take time for sure, but I mean, come on now. But as for Julia, kudos to her too. The youngest AEW
22, just turned 22.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know.
23.
And a straight up homegrown gimmick, like straight grown from the backyard, like ripe, picked off the tree. I'm down, man. I love to see that happen. So I'm here. It sucks that it didn't happen for Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, because that's who I wanted to see it originally happen for. Like that's where my attachment to Julia comes from. I'm so happy for her that it reminds me of how sad I am for the other two. I mean, I know Brian Pillman Jr. is over at NXT and he's got a name and stuff. I ain't been liking what I've been seeing so far, but it's still early.
It ain't it.
I'm waiting for the build. We'll talk about that on Tuesday.
It needs a little cooking.
Leave it in the oven a little bit longer.
But Julia is great, and Chris, I would say this for this match. Chris Statlander was a great ring general, and she guided these girls to the best possible match that they could have had.
Yeah.
And I think that for Julia as champion, if they wanted to be any kind of interesting, they need to keep having her matches with good ring generals, so that they can keep being at least presentable. Because if you're putting her in there with, and I know they're gonna put her in there with Sky Blue because they built the thing up. But if you're gonna be putting her in there with girls before that, it can't be enhancement matches. It can't be squashes. She needs to be in there with ring generals. She needs to be in there with the Emi Sakura. She needs to be in there with the Serena Deebs. What the hell is Deeb?
What the hell is Serena Deeb?
I know. She needs to be in there with the wrestlers who wrestle, so that one, she can learn. You lost me for a second, but I'm alive. So she can learn, and two, she can. Her matches could be good on TV. That's what I'm most concerned about.
Also, where is Thunder Rosa?
She's supposedly ready. A while ago.
That was a while ago. She said
she stormed into Tony's office, and we haven't seen her since.
I think she's going to return.
Yeah, that was a bar.
I think she's going to return at the San Antonio show for Collision. That's where I think Thunder Rosa will return.
That's a long
That
time to
makes
wait, though. Like, I think that sucks because one, as cool as it is for San Antonio, it will make more sense to return her prior to that, so you can sell more tickets to the damn San Antonio
San
show.
Antonio, her first match back or something. Yeah.
But after that, we had the match of the night. I mean, I think like, does anybody disagree that Hangman and Swerve was the match of the
How
night?
could you?
Easily match of the night.
If it's the craziest match I've ever seen, and I'm like getting old as shit, that says a lot,
bro. The way they built this shit up, man, like that you feel like they really hate each other, like they hate each other's fucking guts. You know what I mean? Like last night at a concert or something that Hangman pulled up and beat the shit out of Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
But, at the indie show at the Pro Wrestling Revolver show in Los Angeles.
That's what it was.
Yep.
But that shit like that makes you like, okay, I can't wait to see these motherfuckers fight.
Yeah.
Like So again, that's why I expect to see fucking barbed wire and crazy ass spots. Cause like, again, you look at them coming into it like that, it's like, all right, one of these motherfuckers got to die tonight. So yeah, it makes perfect sense because it has to end tonight. So that match was crazy. That fucking broken glass 450 spot, bro.
Jesus,
oh my God.
To be honest, let me tell you something. Now, Danny was talking about how he gets nervous watching some of this shit, and I get it to an extent. I legitimately was getting concerned with how much blood Swerve was losing.
This
fucking match. There'd be, bro.
God.
You know, it's crazy too because they're wrestlers, so in their mind they can be dying, and Swerve is like, "But look at how it looks."
Adrenaline. Yeah.
But how is this coming off on TV? Because I'm sure this looks incredible. My God,
it did.
Thought process. This shit's going on a t-shirt.
I think I thought this was perfectly booked because one thing I was worried about with when this feud first started, before the first match, I am a big ass Hangman fan. He was the main event. He was the main character of AEW for like the first 2 years. When the CM Punk thing happened, he fell to the wayside. Political problems, whatever that may have been, he fell to the goddamn wayside. There's no denying that. So I was worried that, well, yes, I'm a massive Swerve fan, especially now. I think that's either your next world champion or the one after that. But
killing it.
So I knew that was going to be a crowning moment for Swerve, but I was very worried for Hangman because I was like, okay, if they just use him as cannon fodder here, then the fuck happens next?
Bro, Hangman has always been one of the reasons I watched AEW from the inception. Hangman is all like he can fucking go in that ring, and he always tells good stories as far as build cowboy shit. That's what I'm talking about. But as far as building up, that rivalry, he's one of the best in AEW to do it easily.
He's good.
100%. You go ahead. I'm talking too fucking much. You guys cut me the fuck off. If don't even worry about that shit.
But I mean, I was just saying, like, Hangman was the reason one of the main reasons I was watching AEW. Swerve, his come up has been one of the reasons lately that I don't miss AEW anytime his name is mentioned. So again, this was the match I was looking forward to most tonight anyway. And it delivered. It fucking delivered.
Like I said, I was worried about Heyman, but from the first match to this match especially, shit, he looks so much better than he's looked in since he lost the world title. This is the best he's looked. He looks like a killer. He looks like a killer. And I mean, I thought this should have started after the Moxley match because when he basically he hung John Moxley to finish that man off. That should have been the start of this Hangman. But I guess I appreciate that he had to get his home broken into first because it gives it an emotional.
Yeah. To be honest, I was missing I seen Hangman back in New Japan. Some of those promos he cut when he had the noose around his neck, that fired up hardcore shit. I was missing some of that. And I'll say I was there for the Texas Death Match with him and Adam Cole in Garland here in Texas. Nice. And like I say, it was a good match, but I wish I was here for the one tonight. That shit looked like it was a spectacle to behold live. It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
I gotta watch it again. But as I was watching it, one, I think for sure. I don't think I have to watch it again to know for sure that it might have been like the most violent match I've seen on like a mainstream wrestling show before. And I know somebody's gonna bring up
in
like
America.
fucking.
I've seen that shit in somebody's backyard before.
Exactly, right?
In the backyard,
that
but never
doesn't
on my
count.
TV.
But on television, man, I'm talking about half the shit didn't even look gimmick. Like, what were y'all letting them do?
It didn't.
Like,
It was
the staple stuff was wild. Like we've seen staple spots.
Yo, did he staple him in the eye? Did Swerve staple Hangman in the eye?
I can't even remember because I was
that,
so.
That'd be dope.
When he first took it back, when he first took the stapler from him, he stapled him like in the face, and it looked like he got him in the eye.
He might have because he was looking like shit for the rest of the match too. But
bro, at one point, barbed wire was stuck in Swerve's mouth when Hangman was wrapping it around him. I was like, bro.
The chair shot to Hangman's back where he's standing on the damn turnbuckle and facing the other way, and the barbed wire, they showed the slow motion replay, the barbed wire ripped around his face.
Yep, his face.
Grabbed him from his face.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Nasty work, bro.
Oh my God.
We got to bring up the elephant in the room, though. Name one fucking time in any sport known to man, you've seen a man drink another man's blood.
Oh my God!
Into the air,
bro.
He Triple H that shit, bro.
Out of his head, like out of his head. There was no gimmick to that. He tried to.
He got underneath it like a cow with udders. That shit traumatized me, bro. I got PTSD watching that shit.
He milked Swerve. I don't want to talk about that. That's wild. That's wild. Okay. Man. That was just, it was perfect. It was perfectly violent. It was perfectly booked. Like it was. And I know people are gonna be like, "Well, that's not wrestling. That was fucking wrestling. God damn it, that was wrestling."
Yep,
that was the storytelling paying off. That's how I feel about it. Like I said, for something like that, it's perfect. It's fucking perfect.
He tried to touch his baby. You did. He touched the baby.
Bro, you have to die now. Like this. It's the only way to settle this.
I never want these shows to ever fall into a WWE versus AEW thing, but I was immediately by this match reminded of WrestleMania 25's main event with Triple H and Randy Orton. And I thought, well, damn, if they had worked a violent match like this, not like this, WWE is never going to have a fucking match like this. How the hell do you go back to Mattel after that?
Right.
But if they had like the WWE hardcore match instead of doing headlocks and wrestle, Randy broke into your house, bro. He killed your wife on television. So this was like old emotions coming back. Like I get it now. This is what I wanted.
One thing this kind of reminded me of was actually Cody and Dustin from the first ever Double or Nothing, where it actually felt the story of the match, And like I said in the chat, guys, like that's what I meant by like this match told a story. It got personal.
That's my favorite shit, man. When the story makes sense, the matches are so much better.
Yes.
Much better.
And Swerve coming out on top was the best decision. I don't
think
he's never lost in a Texas death match either. So
100%.
Right.
You see, now here's my problem though, right? Swerve coming out on top with the help of the embassy.
Brian Cage. I didn't like Brian Cage coming out there. I didn't like that either.
I admit that I thought it threw the flow off the match. I thought we were seeing like a all absolute classic, all time classic match, and I felt like the Brian Cage thing was about to derail it. I also think it was designed to make me feel that way. So I'm like, part of me is like, God damn it, why did it happen? The other part is like, I get what the hell you were trying to do, but fuck
I got worked.
But my biggest problem was not with the thing happening. My problem was where the hell was the elite? Where were your friends?
Yo, they watched that man get fucked up.
Yeah, they were there. They could have came out and helped. They were there.
They watched him die. Like he got killed. He got the crap beat out of him. He got hung. Can I say that on the stream? Or are we gonna get kicked out?
Now you can't watch. Yeah, you got to say
he got choked. He got
too hard.
Yeah, he got non-violently hugged to sleep. No, but they were gone. They were gone the whole match. And unless this is gonna be a story, which man, listen, I love the Elite melodrama from those first couple years. That was cool for me, man. I think when they first finally got back together, that was a big thing. I was like, man, that's really cool. They finally got together after all these years. They're back. Why the hell are they beefing again? Are they like, what's the moral of this story? Are we going to finally all agree together on television? Like, oh, guess maybe we're all really shitty friends. We should just hang out with other people. Maybe we should start seeing other people because this sucks. You all suck together. Like, what the hell? And then what sucks
I want to say too.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, let's not gloss over the fact that Prince and Nana got backup dancers for the entrance, which was absolutely fire. I thought that shit was hard as fuck.
I can't believe that happened. Actually, I can't.
Yo, I went to the kitchen just to heat up some chicken nuggets in the microwave, and I came back in and looked at my TV, and I see like 8 people on my screen doing that shit. I'm like, I said, "Does this motherfucker have dancers tonight?"
Real dancers. They were hitting that shit like it was a real move Michael Jackson invented. Like,
wow. And then
yo,
he got denied through a table. That was cold blooded.
Oh man.
That kind of reminded me of something, dude. I kid you not. So I was going to this fucking town called Elk River like 2 weeks ago, and I'm driving, with 2 hands, and I was like, dancing to the damn song.
Don't admit to swerving when you're driving on live YouTube, Facebook.
No,
Strict, don't do that.
Thankfully, it was on a road like 25.
No,
we're good.
Tears in my eyes right
This man's going to jail tonight. You don't. I always said like, Swerve song is cool and all that, but I thought like I don't like to sit down and think about it because I don't understand. Like I was like, damn, does that have another meaning I just wasn't aware of?
Are you kind of like bigging up drunk driving, Swerve? Like what are we doing, man? You gotta wonder. It sounds like he might be a little inebriated.
I get a citation just for fucking swerving to his damn song.
I might have to agree with this because how are you so comfortable drinking somebody's blood?
That was not some noob shit.
He's the Tommy Dreamer guy. He used to do the freaky shit in school. Drink the toilet water, Adam. Drink the toilet water.
Man, absolute degenerate.
Oh,
no, man. Excellent match, but I really feel, and I don't know if I'm overstating that. I gotta watch it again. That was some. I'm gonna remember that for a long time.
I don't think I can. Oh my god,
it was tough the first go around. Huh?
I remember that for a long time.
Danny. Right, I'm like, oh god, but it was great. Like it was so good, like edgy of seat type shit, where you just want to see, who the fuck is gonna win this? Like how if they did this. What the fuck are they gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? That's like the whole time.
I was waiting for someone to pull out a firearm. That's all that's
just
left.
Gotta pull out the blink and end the match.
That's all that's left. Like there's nothing else you can do. You have to shoot him.
When you guys hear in the crowd with Brian Priest sitting at the table, the crowd is chanting, "We want fire!"
Oh my god!
I wanted to laugh, but what else is left but things that can do lethal injury? Like we want actual knives.
Machetes right before guns. That's the one step.
Man, excellent match, and poor Jericho, Kenny, and the Elite.
I want to preface this by saying, I know they try to build it up and make people care, but I honestly not give a damn about this tag team match. I like to see Kenny. I like Kenny. But I don't. It wasn't a good. I didn't care.
It wasn't, and the fact that it came after that match,
all that.
Yeah, like come on, man.
I talked about this on the. No, you go ahead because I had a thing I was going to say about how we got here.
No, go ahead, John. Go right ahead.
Because I noticed, not noticed, but I thought it was really freaking weird that they would book this match at all the way they did. Because for the last 6-7 months, Kenny versus Don Callis and the family was the thing. And then Jericho got involved. And I was like, damn it, this is not as entertaining as it used to be, but I'll accept it. Let's keep it going. And now they set up the pay-per-view match to be the Bucks versus Kenny and Jericho. And I was like, well, this is dumb. And then I saw on Wednesday that the sponsorship was like the reason. Like they got paid $100, they got paid 6 figures to do the damn sponsor match. And I know Kenny saw the damn Sega check and he was like, I want the match to be there. That's what I like. I need this. This blow off needs to be the Yakuza match, and I will not come to work unless you give me this. I know it. Yeah. So I see how we got here. So I wish that if we knew this was going to happen, then we would have started setting up this Young Bucks thing a lot sooner. It felt like cold as shit.
Jericho didn't have shit to do. Kenny didn't have shit to do. They're like, I mean, you know what? The Bucks don't have shit to do. Make them fight. Like that was the whole premise. You know,
I will say that I understand not putting Kenny Omega in the title picture and whatnot all the time because he's, nobody wants to see the executive vice president or whatever he is be in the title picture every single.
I do.
I do too. To be completely honest with you, I feel like Kenny Omega is so underutilized in AEW. That boy good. Man. That boy is incredible. I feel like he's underutilized, but I get where he's coming from. It's like, all right, I'm behind the scenes. I'll do more of this and let you shine. I get it. Right. It's commendable, but bro, get back out there. Get the fuck back out there.
I think it's part that and part he getting old.
He getting old.
He's true too.
He doesn't, and I know a lot of times when wrestlers start getting old, they have to start adjusting their style. This madman doesn't want to. Like he rather put on the Kenny match less frequently.
If Kenny can't have a match his way, I don't think he wants to have the match.
For sure. Yeah, and that leads to him doing a lot more tag stuff and doing a lot less single stuff. And I know that sucks. It sucks for me. But I guess if I want to keep having those high quality Kenny matches, then I gotta let the dude go to the damn the damn resting chamber, the healing chamber, wherever the hell he goes.
Hyperbolic chamber.
He has the 130-minute match and he sticks himself in the fucking healing chamber.
I just want to say too, though, we missed a part just a little bit back. Will Ospreay is all elite.
Oh yeah, I was gonna leave that for last because we didn't have a main event. We talked about it first.
We talked about it first. Okay, never mind. My bad. I was trying to think chronologically.
Pretty much here. We're here already because this tag match was what it was. I mean, they put on. I will admit it started picking up in the end, and I get what they were doing, but I was so drained from the damn Swerve Hangman match.
Oh, yeah. The Bucks getting all butthurt and beating chairs and throwing a fit.
They did the Jericho Nitro thing. That's what I thought of when I saw it. It was like he swings the chair at the pole and all that shit. I just was like, I can't believe we're doing the Elite breaking up again. You motherfucker, you sick bastards. You don't have anything else in your pocket. This is killing me. But I love them. That's what sucks for me because I love the damn Elite. I love all those wrestlers. I'm a big ass Bucks fan. I know people are half and half on them. It's polarizing. But I ain't land on the part. I land on the side that loves them. So I'm like, damn, I like to see something different already.
Right.
But fuck. Let's finish this off talking about the blockbuster signing, baby.
Ospreay, man.
Big O.
I'm gonna go ahead and lead off because I'm a avid WWE guy. I wish he would have went to WWE. Just for the simple fact, I feel like we would have got better matchups. Not better matchups, but newer, fresher matchups.
I get that.
Ospreay versus Seth Rollins, Ospreay versus AJ over there, Ospreay versus Tommaso Ciampa, whoever. I feel like he had but I've seen Ospreay Kenny Omega. You know what I mean? I've seen him versus a few people in AEW already. But wherever he goes, he's going to be a fucking star. So he is going to be one of the reasons I definitely tune into AEW weekly too, because he's incredible wherever he lands at. You know what I mean?
100%. I actually think it's crazy the way they did this because he's literally he's not available right now. Like
Right.
he shouldn't even be able to be signed.
A little strange.
And it's specifically because of how heavy interest he had from WWE.
Right.
Where they were like, we're just gonna shut this down immediately.
So Tony, it was just like Tony, like, fuck you, Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Danny, this is what I love about more wrestling, man. Because you know what? Competition makes wrestling fucking awesome.
This is true.
Cool.
You're right. Yeah,
Very
absolutely
true.
right.
Very true.
Because so go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say some derivative shit that everybody else was saying. You go ahead and tell me something.
I was gonna say Osprey's gonna be one of those people to make people come tune in to AEW more too. So like you said, as far as the competition, that's gonna make WWE step it up more. That's gonna make AEW step it up more. So I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it for sure.
Right. I will say one thing. It would have been cool to see Osprey in a different environment, just to see what he looked like in that environment. Right. But I gotta say, I'm afraid that they would have neutered Osprey too much if he would have went over there. They would have got him in their system of doing. I'm almost positive they would have got him into their system of doing things, and he wouldn't be able to shine like he can outside of their system. In my opinion, I don't know though.
I think he's on a run of match. Like he has reached such a peak athletically, physically, of all putting these matches together. Like the run of matches that he's having right now. Mm-hmm. I agree that I think he'd have the match with Rollins because there's people you can have the match with, but in the WWE, like he's not having that match with the Miz. The Miz can't have that match. I mean, if Ospreay hits him with one hidden blade, he's gonna go to management. He's gonna, you know.
The thing about that is it doesn't have to be like, okay, they're letting so many of these guys shine, they're letting a lot of people in WWE shine that it didn't before under Triple H's reign, I guess you'll say. So yeah, that is kind of wild. Yeah, that's kind of wild. So I was like, who said that shit?
Raw said that.
Hey, Ra. Hey, we gotta talk, bro.
I can see what he's saying. Like, I think what he's saying is that they have so much high quality wrestling talent that maybe Ospreay wasn't like desperate, like we need Ospreay. But I think anybody needs Ospreay desperately. Like
he's a good get.
He's a great asset to any roster. Any roster.
Yeah. I personally, I didn't want to see this streak of matches end. That was my thing. Like I said it already. I love the damn wrestling. I wanted to see more of these matches. I think signing with AEW for 3 years and then going to WWE is the move. That's how I feel about it. I think he's still got 3 more good years of matches, wrestling matches, like with Bryan, with Swerve, with Hangman, with fucking Darby. Like I want to see like some Will Ospreay
some great matches over there for sure. Some great matchups over there.
I think for sure he has those high quality matches in WWE, but I think they're in shorter supply. I believe. I think he's got less people to have that Will Ospreay match with over there. I think that's just my thing. If you
got maybe 3 people.
Because I can think of
3 people.
Who can you think of?
I got, like you said, maybe Seth Rollins. All right, Seth's pretty versatile. He can hang.
Seth would be fine.
Ricochet, which they fought 8 million times, he'd be able to hang.
To be honest with you, I wasn't even thinking about Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet'd be able to hang with him. Yeah, like I said, they've wrestled 5 million times, and then maybe honestly, the only person left I could think of is maybe Dragon Lee, maybe Logan Paul.
Dragon Lee is a good one because he's in the WWE now and they're giving him space to do Dragon Lee things. And that's interesting.
And that's what I mean when I say they're letting WWE, like they're letting these guys really do their thing. You know, they're not limiting them anymore as much, should I say?
Definitely not as much. It's WWE in ring is better than it's probably ever been.
Yeah, for sure.
It's still you have. There's just some things you can't do. Like Ospreay's not doing the Tiger Driver on WWE television because nobody's taking that move. Nobody knows how. You didn't get trained to take a neck bump in the PC. As a matter of fact, they taught you to stay away from those bumps because those are for maniacs. People.
Real quick, hot take. If it's not a pay-per-view, for me, WWE is boring. 95% of the time.
Oh, no, that's come on now. We
But
can't.
that's
95%.
I don't want see. I don't want to do because I have
saying.
my own preference too, right? I obviously, I have my own preference, but I don't want to shit on it because so many people aren't joining now.
I'll watch it.
I'll
watch
say
it.
this.
Don't get me wrong. I'll watch it, but I'm saying like the majority of it is boring.
It was mid for so fucking long. It really
That's
was.
true.
Raw was the same show every night. Bobby Lashley and fucking Finn Balor for like
same
3
matchups
years straight. It was the same matchups over and over. And they're getting back to it with this fucking Judgment Day Cody set, but I'm hoping it ends. But it's been better than it has been in a long fucking time. And like Gary was saying, I feel like that's completely thanks to AEW being so good. Because AEW has been stepping it up compared to what it is, and it's forcing WWE to step it up. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan, to be honest with you.
I definitely believe that the existence of AEW made WWE step it up because they were just making so much money hand over foot and sitting creatively on the brake pedal. Like we were
the wrestling fans and the wrestling fans that actually don't think that's the case. Excuse my language, but you're fucking lying to yourself.
That's true.
Because I always say, like, I've always dreamt WWE to be better. Do I watch Raw? No. Do I watch SmackDown? I see a glimpse here and there. But guess what? When I watch a highlight, good stuff that I'm seeing. I'm watching fucking Impact Wrestling every Thursday. We're just talking about Will Ospreay, him, Alexander, and a 20-plus minute match.
Yeah.
Match of the year contender.
That was
wrestling should
fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, dude. So, it's just AEW to me, man, they're really helping wrestling a lot.
That's the only reason I'm watching WWE again, because AEW, they got me back into all of it. That's like it helped.
Yeah, dude. Same here.
It helped all the way around.
I do think that WWE getting so hot has actually I think a lot of people when AEW first started were just like, damn, like I would love it if WWE was entertaining again. And then WWE got entertaining again. So now they're just gonna go watch WWE because that's why they watch AEW.
Let me tell you something. Let me say this. Before the Bloodline story jumped the shark, they had me by the balls. Like I was tuning in every week. I needed to see what was gonna happen next.
But I was TV shit.
I was tuned in, but bro, the shark got jumped, and now they've just been dragging this thing down the road.
Maybe they did need Will. Maybe they did need Will Ospreay. Damn it!
Could have shook things up.
I mean, that's us though. The Will Ospreay thing, as you all know, there hasn't really been an update beyond the fact that he's still with NJPW until his contract is up after Wrestle Kingdom, and I think in February, actually, so a month later.
Yep.
But
and
I'm sure they'll
probably
just...
And Revolution is going to be his first match, from what I understand. So, should be fun. Starting a new Revolution in AEW with Will Ospreay. There we go.
I wonder. I can't imagine he's going to be put like right into a world title feud, but I do wonder what they're going to do with him. Once he gets here, you got all this time to think it up too. So I don't want no bullshit. I don't want no fucking bullshit.
Sure. Let it marinate for a little while.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's us. We pretty much hit it all on the head. Ain't really nothing else to talk about. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. We got
I had fun.
Good first episode.
I fucking love this, man. This is great. Everybody's got their own opinions and whatnot. You know what I mean? I like this.
Before we go, I guess I had two questions for y'all. The first one being, who did y'all think was the jobber of the night? I had these
jobber of the night.
Look back at my notes.
Do I want to give that to Chris Jericho?
You might. I mean, I'd like to hear it.
Do I want to give that to Chris Jericho?
I'd like to hear it. Let's hear it.
For one, he was getting his ass whooped that whole match.
Yeah, he was.
They did him filthy. Like, it was nasty work, bro. France, what's going on, man? Full Gear was great. And France knows I'm not the biggest AEW fan, so me saying good things about it is probably a surprise to a lot of people. But it was good. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater by any means. It was good. It was good.
A lot.
But we're gonna hit on Jericho though.
We're gonna hit on Jericho. Jericho got his boot smoke.
He did that one thing where he jumps off the ropes and does the backflip, and he landed on his fucking neck.
He gotta stop doing the lion salt, dog.
I was like, oh, bro, you're getting too
Jericho.
old. You gotta quit doing that shit. That's not it.
He lands it. He lands it a lot less than he fucks it up now. So like, just if you could just stop, like I won't think any less of you. There's no reason to be doing that move
Stop
now.
doing it.
Especially in AEW where everybody else is doing a damn moonsault off of any place you can do it from.
Right.
You can do your Jericho thing without the lion salt. Like,
Right.
I can see that.
Jobber of the night though. Who's just? I was kind of thinking Dralistico maybe, just because
For the way he died.
Nah,
he was just a random dude.
Oh.
Rest in peace. That's terrible how you speak on the dead, bro. That's like respect the dead.
If anything, he's the highlight of the night, dude.
Yeah. He went through it.
I'm gonna say Jay Lethal was my jobber of the night because I did watch 0 Hours.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
That too.
Shit, I forgot that
That's
happened.
right.
Yeah.
No.
Bro, they've done Jay Lethal dirty since he got there. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ooh, that's a good. This
I
guy,
agree with
man.
that.
He needs
He's
to go
been
back
booked
to
poorly.
the Randy Savage.
Black Machismo.
Macho, Black Machismo.
He filed a new patent for it last year sometime or earlier in the year.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
think he
was
just
about
wanted
go
to.
back.
I think he just wanted to keep it. I know a lot of wrestlers they
I will
file
say-
for things
sorry.
and they want. No, I was gonna say I think a lot of wrestlers file for shit and they just want to make sure they own it. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I'm looking forward to a Jay Lethal Ric Flair interaction in AEW. I will say that.
It's coming.
coming.
AEW loves the nostalgia, so that would not
Right.
surprise me if that does happen.
I'm sure it will.
I think my jobber tonight it might be Danhausen. Danhausen was over on Twitter liking some tweets, kind of shitting on the pay-per-view a little bit. And I was wondering,
wow.
and for the last few weeks, you remember they started to tease him coming back.
Yeah.
And then they shut the shit down. And then he's been on Twitter like mad about it. And I thought it was an angle. Like I thought that was the angle. Like, oh, okay,
He just might be really
he's
mad.
leaving and he was gonna be really mad. But there's a funny little story coming out, and it was a whisper first, but it's getting louder and louder and louder. And I still don't know how much validity. I might have said that wrong. There is to
Yeah,
it.
you got it right.
But it's an interesting story that says Danhausen might actually be in trouble right now for allegedly selling bootleg AEW t-shirts.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Allegedly,
Very
we're gonna say
evil.
allegedly because we don't know for sure.
Oh, God.
That is
But-
very nice, but very evil of him, isn't it?
Very evil. He's living the gimmick.
And apparently, the thing that got him in trouble isn't that they were bootleg shirts, although that is I'm sure that's like the thing that's gonna do it. It's that
Doesn't help.
they were bad quality. So like you do the bootleg and then you misrepresent the company's merchandise, and now you fuck everybody.
That is wild.
That's not good. That's not.
That's a crazy way to get fired from a job, bro.
Hello, Earl Hebner.
Yeah, right.
Oh
Hebnerhausen.
my god. Oh man. Meanwhile, if you're in the chat, I got these Dirt Sheet Radio t-shirts coming for the low.
Yeah, for the low. $5 ship to the 48
Danny
lower.
Hebner over here. Danny Hebnerhausen. Oh shit.
Do 3 for 10.
The last question I'm gonna get for you guys is who's on Mega Star of the night? Oh shit, I fucked up the
Mega
graphics.
Star.
Swerve.
Swerve. Easily. I think that's unanimous.
Easy.
Yeah, there ain't no
Light work.
You know, I might even have to say Swerve and Hangman, to be honest.
Yeah, and Hangman did his thing. He
Yeah,
did
because
his
that
thing.
was crazy. Both
Hangman-
of those.
Hangman Texas death matches. Do not miss, man. Hangman, you give Hangman is the Texas deathmatch king. He finally has the cowboy thing beyond just dressing like a fucking, which is weird because he had like cowboy vest, but he had like glitter on his pants. But you know, beyond just calling himself a cowboy, you got this actual cowboy who comes out here and he handles his shit.
Dude, one of his Texas death matches, he had fucking like butterflies. So I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah. I
I
saw
think
that.
I think that was the one against Cole, actually.
I love it. I love it. I loved it.
John, if you don't mind, I got one more question I would like to ask each of you before we get off of here.
Oh, yeah.
And since we didn't get any kind of hints or inklings, we're gonna ask each of you, who do you officially think is behind the devil mask?
Dolph Ziggler or Nick Nemeth.
That
I will actually shit and piss.
I think it's Dolph Ziggler. I really do.
Yeah. He can't. His contract's not up. His NDA is not up till
December 1st, right?
Yeah, December. Yeah. So end of the year, World's End.
Yeah, that's how I see it. They said December, and they say he's coming in, but I don't want to see Ziggler brought in as a big. Like, I'm sorry, I love Ziggler. I don't want to see him brought in as a big signing. Dolph Ziggler.
He shouldn't be. He's been like up like mid card for a long.
But that's the way WWE made us look at him. Dolph
Ziggler's
true. That's true.
He should have been.
That's true.
He should have been a star.
He's right.
He should have been a star multiple times over. But because he hasn't been on TV for so long, it would be really weird to bring in like if you bring him directly from the spot he was in WWE and then you try to just present him as like, oh, he's the damn world champion. They're gonna laugh, and it's gonna look like when TNA brought in fucking Sean Morley. And then like Val Venus is pinning Christopher Daniels. This dude was on TV.
That is nasty.
Your main guy getting pinned by Val Venus.
Nasty.
You don't want things like that. I don't want AEW to fall into that territory ever. So if they do bring in Ziggler, then start from the bottom. Do like Ronda. See what they did to Ronda?
Yeah, put that bitch on Ring of Honor.
You go to ROH. You show up on Dynamite, they're gonna shit on me. You go to ROH, they would love that. Actually, it works out better for everyone. Right. Honestly,
it's true.
Yeah, Richard, I don't think it's Ziggler at all. I think they need to reveal it at World's End. I really do.
100%.
You know, because here's what I think they're gonna do. Whoever the reveal is, I personally think it's still Cole at this moment. Maybe they do a huge swerve with somebody that just got dismissed from his duties back in August. You know what I'm talking about. That would be a hell of a swerve to go.
That would be the biggest swerve in wrestling history.
What happened?
They think they want they talking about CM Punk, right? Do you remember that? Do you remember that one angle where it was like 10 years ago in the WWE where Triple H is standing in the ring and the entire roster is like, we have no confidence, and they all leave, and like it's only him and CM Punk left in the building? You're trying to turn that into a shoot, my friend. That shit is about to happen for real. Because ain't no way. They're gonna do that. Half the roster's going home. It's gonna be Tony Khan, CM Punk, Danhausen, and Brody King.
No.
That's what you got left.
Brody
and FTR. Can't forget FTR. They'll be there.
Yeah, they're not going no further.
Them dudes are locked in.
No, I really think it is going to be Cole, man. And what I would like to see is them go the route where everybody was believing that MJF was really going to leave the company, right? MJF actually, like, he probably goes out there and says, well, you know what? This is bullshit, or something like that. And then I don't know what they're going to pull going into the 20. Dude, I have so many theories in my fucking brain.
You actually bring up a good point, though, because the whole thing about MJF is the contract is supposed to expire at the end of the year, and the pay-per-view takes place at the last day of the year. So, like, I imagine they did that on purpose. It's also in his hometown. So I imagine a lot of these things are falling into place very fucking conveniently.
But aren't Samoa Joe's the next number one contender, right?
He is. But being AEW and the way they format Dynamite,
Wednesday is the
you know,
they fuck around this Wednesday,
and you find out on Tuesday on Twitter. Damn it!
Talk to Brian Alvarez. You know,
God damn it! You find out from Sean Ross Sapp. What the fuck?
I swear I find everything out from fucking Sean Ross Sapp.
Every fucking time.
Oh my god.
Time.
I don't even follow that motherfucker, but his name is in my newsfeed.
Always see it at the end.
Yep.
I do think it's going to be a fun time, and we'll be here to talk about it, though. You can catch us.
Right.
Yeah.
New show, post show, just like this one. Every single day, you'll have a bunch of different hosts, a bunch of different opinions. It's going to be wonderful. Do y'all have anything you'd like to plug to our wonderful audience before we head on home?
Real quick, do me a favor, go follow me on social media at the Danny Ocean Show on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I am a streamer. I stream a lot of Call of Duty and UFC 5. I might even blow the dust off WWE 2K23 and get a couple matches in if y'all rock with that. Other than that, if you're a battle rap fan, URL TV.tv. Homecoming 2, December 10th in New York. I'll see y'all out there if you're a battle rap fan. That's all. That's all for me.
Thanks.
I love it. I love it. Y'all got what? How about you, fellas? Anything to let the people know where to find you?
Yeah. You guys can find me on Honor the Elite on multiple platforms. I'm on X, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing my highest rated show, the All Elite Women's Round Circle. All Elite Women's Roundtable show. One of the biggest hits on there, and I'm very excited to get this interview going with Kip Sabian and Abaddon next year, and another interview that I'm so fucking excited for. It will be posted as soon as Monday, but I'm just strictly the All Elite guy, so...
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right. I mean, Richard, I was about to cut you off. Like, you can't find him nowhere.
Yeah, no, like that. Yeah,
at Richard.
None of my stuff. Yeah.
Just Google Richard. He'll pop up. He'll be the first one.
Yeah. No, honestly, I don't even have much going on. I got my vaping channel.
Don't do that.
Like, you know what I mean?
I didn't want you to do that.
I got some shit going on, and just out here trying to make it. No, I only do like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but I'm vaping with Twisted 420. That's what I mainly do. But I do have another channel called Twisted's Wrestling Talk that I'm gonna try to start putting up some more videos on about wrestling. You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, I'm just chilling.
I feel you.
Dirt Sheet Radio.
Yes, sir. You can find Richard on the other AEW shows too. Like he'll be here. He'll be here. Gary will be here. Danny will be here.
All the AEW recaps.
I'll be popping my head in and out.
Hey, well, I'll be here for sure next Saturday. Survivor Series War Games recap, baby.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm having fun. This is gonna be great. I love this. I can't wait to do so much more of this. But I mean, we'll see you guys tomorrow night, or not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday.
Monday night.
Saturday pay-per-views fuck me up.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Monday night, immediately following WWE Raw, and every single week after that for every single wrestling show of the week.
Forever.
Dirt Sheet Radio, baby.
In perpetuity.
In perpetuity. We'll see you. Peace.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.